in this video the most powerful hidden Jesus teaching for you to use the law of attraction and manifest what you want. Literally, this knowledge has been hidden for ages from civilization as a way to control us. And the reason that they don't want this information out is because you can create anything that you want when you realize this. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right into this video. If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button right over there and hit the bell notification, because that's what's going to notify you for new videos. Subscribe, bell notification. Let's get right to the video. Okay, so in John 10:34, here's exactly what it says. We are not stoning you for any good work, but for blasphemy, because you, who are a man, declare yourself to be God. Jesus replied, is it not written in your law, I have said, you are gods? So they're giving this guy some super hard time. They're like, Jesus, like, what the heck? And they're like, dude, you committed blasphemy. And he's like, look, I'm not saying I'm the only God. I'm saying you guys are gods too. So literally, like, kind of like like miniature putt, mini putt. Mini putt is like a small simulation of golf. You're like a mini god. You're like in this small simulation of realizing that you are the person that creates everything in your world. So it's kind of like, you incarnated here in third dimension, in your physical body, and you're here in this reality to hone your own godlike abilities. To hone your own ability to create your own universe. So you came into this world with certain universal and natural laws, and you've been given essentially like a spiritual playground in order to start to learn and harness more of your own consciousness and more of your own godlike abilities so that you can create the life that you want for yourself. So, you know what that means is, what it means is, if God is the creator of the universe, if the creative force of the universe, and by God, to me, it's everything in this physical universe is energy. And there is one originating substance of energy. And to me, that's God. You can call it the creative force of the universe, consciousness, spirit, energy, vibration, divine matrix. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You can't get wet by the word water. But that energy has created the abundance in this physical world. And you are an individualization of God. You're like little mini, like mini me in Austin Powers. You're mini God. And so if God created all the abundance, that means you can manifest and attract any abundance that you want in your life. Same thing for love, same thing for health, same thing for happiness. And you came here in this physical body to transcend limitations. So when you say, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest, I want to become a millionaire, I want to have financial freedom, I want to change my whole health. I've finally woken up and I realize I need to change my health, and you want to lose 60 pounds, right? And like you need to change your whole life because you're having health problems. And you finally just woke up to like, man, I can do something about it. So I believe that you are here in a physical body in order to transcend any limitations in the physical world. And the way that you're going to do that is by realizing that you are a God, just like Jesus said. So what does that mean? If you knew that you were a totally holy divine being, what would your life look like? Let me ask you that. Woo! It's like, it's a really different question. And it's like it makes me feel happy to ask that. Is it, if you realize you were a totally holy, divine, perfect being, what would your life look like? It brings you down a different rabbit hole, because most people are under the assumption that they're not that thing. And that's what governs their life. They don't think they're X or Y or Z enough. And this is hidden knowledge because it's very easy to control a population if they don't believe they're powerful. Imagine if everyone was like, I'm an individualization, tongue twister. I'm an individualization of God. Everyone was like, yeah, like I have the ability to use my consciousness to manifest what I want. And just like Jesus said, we could move mountains in our own life. You have this financial problem. You have this relationship problem. You want to get over here, but you're over here in your life. Well, you can literally make the mountains in your life move. Like, imagine if everyone was living like that. You wouldn't be able to control people very well. And the whole game would be over for, a few of the people that are trying to control society. So this isn't taught. And so if it sounds weird to you, that's by design. So comment down below, I have God within me. Comment that down below. I have God within me. Seriously, comment it down below and really allow yourself to grasp that. I have God within me. Comment that down below. So going back to the question, what would your life look like if you knew that you were a perfect, divine, holy, spiritual being? If you had the power of God you could harness at every second, what would your life look like? It's a really different question. And the mind might even say, well, Jake, that's a hard question to ask because I have this problem. I wish I was that. That's a nice theory. But dude, there's this dude, Jesus, and he's like, what the heck? Why are you guys doing this to me? And they're like, because you committed blasphemy. And he's like, look, I said you're all gods. But most people don't look at themselves like a god. They look at themselves like a worthless mortal. I have to plead for mercy from God. Please have mercy on me so I don't go to hell or you don't punish me. No, it's so silly. And that's a very easy way to control people. Most people don't look at them. They look at themselves and they say, and think about this. Think about a way you look at yourself other than the way you truly are. Who you truly are, comment down below. My true self is divine and godlike. Comment that down below. My true self is divine and godlike. Comment that down below. My true self is godlike. Most people don't look at themselves like that. For the reason, I've been doing what I'm doing for 8 years. And it wasn't until the last really 18 to 24 months that I really started creating an amazing level of impact and success with what I was doing. Somebody might call that a quantum leap, which means your success grew so fast in such a short period of time that it wasn't linear. It was just it wasn't even you couldn't logically define it based off of the way the past had been. It was quantum. It just broke all the molds. And that's what happened. Everything took off. My YouTube took off. My income took off. My impact in the world took off. All of these things. And before, I was still doing what I was doing. So why didn't it take off sooner? And it was for 6 years of doing what I was doing. My image of myself was that I am a college dropout. There's a lot of people are a lot smarter than me, and they're better at communicating than me, and I'm too young. And I had learning disabilities in school, and I just I had a laundry list of things. My self-image was a self-image determined by the outer world. And then what shifted for me was a very deep and new direction in my path of my own learning. And I realized I'm actually a divine being. I truly am a divine being. I truly am, just like Jesus said, I have God within me, and so do you. And I realized that, and then it was dude, I'm worthy of success. I have the ability to be a vessel and be a vehicle for the universe in order to inspire millions of people. I do deserve to experience abundance. I do deserve to have an amazing and successful, fulfilling career. And I am intelligent enough, and I can open myself up to be a vehicle to inspire people in large numbers. Everything shifted. And then it was just like, and then like everything took off in my life. And I went from thinking of myself as this little measly mortal being to looking at myself like a God-like creature, looking in the mirror and say, I'm an individualization of God. I literally am here on a more minor scale, working through the same things that the universe is. The universe created this beautiful world that we live in, right? It used creative force to literally create the trees, create the oceans in a beautiful heavenly-like image. Now, on the same scale, that's what you get to do. You get to take heavenly images within your own mind and create them in the physical world. Because, just like Jesus said, you are God's. And so, what I invite you to do is to start to take a stand for your divine self. Start to take a stand for your true self. So, any stories you've been telling yourself, challenges that are an impediment for you to create the life that you want, dude, those are the mountains that you can make move. Mountains move and they move. Those challenges, on a higher level, you created them for yourself so that you could learn how to transcend them. You are so much bigger than them. Get that. You are so confident. I am so much bigger than any challenges in my life. You are so much bigger than any challenges in your life. So you're a divine being. You have God within you. And you're here to manifest the heavenly realms that you experience, that you visualize, that you imagine. Not just so that you experience them in reality, but that you learn the creative process. So as your soul continues to evolve, you can create more and more magnificent things. You are God, according to Jesus. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Make sure that you demo the Second Mind down below. It's our software we're designed to rewire the brain. The only reason that this is hard to grasp is because the brain has been wired in a way where we don't think we're good enough or smart enough or this enough or that enough. We're so attached to our physical world. And so we created a software designed to rewire the brain so it's easy to become that powerful creative force that you're truly destined to be. And you can demo it down below. It's thesecondmind.com right there down below. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification right over there in the corner. Subscribe and bell notification is what notifies you for new videos. And then comment down below, I am a divine, powerful being. Comment that down below and then start to say that to yourself hundreds of times a day. I'm a divine, powerful being. I'm a divine, powerful being. I have God within me. I have God within me. And none of your challenges, none of your problems, none of the things that are the block between where you want to be will be able to stand anymore. Literally, you can make the mountains move in your life. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you on the next video.